Hey Troglodytes, how's it going today? One of my favorite things to do when I have some rare guitars is, I guess it's kind of a fetish, I guess you could say, of mine, is seeing a bunch of rare guitars together. So I thought I'd go ahead and take a video and kind of explain what some of these guitars are. These are some of what I consider must-haves for every collection, and I'm going to go through them here. The first one here is a Les Paul KM, and that was basically one of Gibson's first attempts at redoing like a 59 reissue, except for they did nothing like a 59. But they're very cool. They came stock with double cream T-top pickups, and they came in this tobacco sunburst finish, as you see, as well as a cherry sunburst. And some of the very early ones actually had a plaque on them right here that said custom made. So these are very cool guitars. I happen to have one, so I just threw it in here. But this is definitely a must-have for every collection. But out of all the ones that you see here, this is probably one you could leave out, but I still feel that that is definitely needed. Next one here is the Les Paul Artisan. These were made from 1976 through about 81, 82. And they basically look like a Gibson banjo from back in the day. They have the hearts and flowers inlays on the headstock, as you can see there, as well as on the fretboard. And they came in walnut. There's also a tobacco finish. And I think there's 10 white ones out there that actually have black binding. I would love to have one of those one day. And here we have the Les Paul. Definitely the rarest and most expensive. There's only about 77 of these guys made. I was actually lucky enough to own 3 of these at one time. And wow, I never thought I'd be able to do that. Now this one's a later the Les Paul, a 79. And the thing with this one was it was kind of all wood. It would have had a wooden poker chip and a wooden switch tip, but they kind of ran out of these parts towards the end. But as you can see, awesomely flamed. I mean, the thing with these guys is the back is also flamed, and the neck. It's just, these things are spectacular, and they go for crazy money. And I was very blessed to have owned 3 of these. The next is a Les Paul Artist. This was, a Les Paul mixed with Moog electronics. Tried to get it kind of like a synthesizer. Got built-in compression and sustain, things like that. And these were made in the late 70s as well. And a lot of people don't like the Moog electronics. I think if you take the time to toy around with them, they are very nice sounding. There's some very nice sounding sets. A lot of people like to take the Moog electronics out of these and just use them as a regular custom, because what's nice about these is they don't actually have the back binding, and they have a comfort cutaway there, and that's very nice to have. Next we have, well, it looks like a pair, but we actually have a trio of 2550s. These were the anniversary edition for Gibson and Les Paul. The 2550 up here stands for 25 years of the Les Paul and Les Paul working with Gibson, and 50 years of, I guess, Les Paul just in the music business in general. And these came in a natural finish, like so, and like so, and a tobacco, as well as black and red. And these are really valuable guitars. There were 3,411 of these guys made, and they have a limited edition serial number on the back of their headstock. If we can focus, you can see it. Yeah, you can kind of see it right under the serial number there. So the only other model, I mean, there's a lot of models. There really are a lot of models out there. And I wish I could have them all at one time. But, most of them I've had at some point in time. But one I really regret not having right now to add to this beautiful video is a Spotlight Special. Those were made in 1983, and kind of similar to how this has a three-piece top, it had a walnut strip, the exact width of the fretboard, running straight down, and a heavily flamed and curled top on the sides. And those are my favorite Gibsons ever made. I used to have a collection of, I think I had 5 of those at one point in time. And my goal in life at one point in time was to collect every single one of them and start a museum. Now there's a lot of other reissues out there, like the Leo's reissue and the Guitar Trader. I mean, there's a bunch of special ones. Another one I would include in this are the Sparkle Top Deluxes. They were made in like a 74 through 76. There's a red and blue Sparkle Top Les Paul Deluxe, as well as a gold Sparkle Top. So there's lots of really interesting Norlin era models, and these are some of the biggest ones. So I thought I'd make this video to kind of share with you guys. You know, it's just something to see them all at once. And this is why I do what I do for a living, is because I just love to see rare guitars, get to play them, and more importantly, just see them as a happy family. I mean, look at this. It's just such a beautiful sight. So I hope you troglodytes enjoyed this special edition of Trogly's Guitars, where you get to see some very rare guitars. Now, you might not always get to see them all together like this, but feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel because, hey, we get guitars in like these all the time. Rare, vintage, used, everything. All right, troglodytes, thank you for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time. Bye.